Hello, everybody. We have a Japan crate. This is the Valentine crate. It says, I wanted to give this to you. I don't know what all that says. I'm going to guess it's probably something similar. Hey, happy Valentine's Day. Let's meet at the shrine. Okay, see you. On the back. This, I think, is also in the booklet usually. Says, Happy Valentine's Day. V-Day isn't as exciting as it used to be, but we're changing that with a Japanese twist. Whether you're taken or single, our Valentine's crate will make you want to swipe right, find luck in love, and discover what type of Valentine you are. Love from Japan crate. Yeah, there's supposed to be some kind of Valentine quiz or something that you can take, and I think you use a QR code to get to it. They send emails with, telling us things like that. Whatever. Snack crate's been shipped.
Oh boy.
Okay, so here's all the yummies, all the goodies. Little booklet. Ooh, we might actually get to drink the drink this time.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay. Box of Love 2.0. So I guess the original one was probably last year.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see. Oh, this is the first thing.
Yay.
Okay, so we get the premium crate, which has all the goodies plus the drink and all that. Okay, this is Quikea. We're starting off with words I don't know if I'm pronouncing them right. Black pepper potato chips.
Ooh.
That hot date didn't go as planned? Don't let the night go to waste. Spice it up with these black pepper chips instead. I do like black pepper. And I like potato chips. So, sounds like a potentially good combination to me.
Yeah.
Good Lord!
5 decades later, trying to get something open is impossible.
I swear sometimes they super glue these things together. I always have trouble getting some of these packages open. Alright. They just look like regular potato chips. I guess there's a little bit of speckly on there. Probably the pepper. I wonder what kind of oil they do their chips in.
Yeah.
Koikea presents these potato chips with the utmost pride. We have applied the Pride Potato manufacturing method to craft a Japanese delicacy. Please enjoy our crisp, savory, and delicious potato chips. And of course, I can't read the ingredient list, so I don't know. Oh, wait. Are the ingredients on this paper that was in the... Just says vegetable oil, flavored oil.
Huh.
Sugar, grape sugar. I wonder what grape sugar is. Because they have it listed separate from regular sugar.
Huh.
Black pepper, powdered soy sauce. Maybe that's what I'm tasting.
Yeah, maybe.
Salt, onion, seafood extract powder, yeast extract, spice extract, fragrance. I don't know. Because there's some taste there. It's not just potato and pepper. There's other flavors there. And it's got all that other stuff listed. Things like, seafood extract and all that. And like,
Yeah.
and soy sauce and which gives it an interesting taste. That's why I thought maybe it was the kind of oil they cook them in. Uh, These are Porky Black Sugar Sticks.
Huh.
Spending Valentine's at home watching rom-coms? Make sure to add these Okinawan Black Sugar Sticks to your snack pile. Okay, sure. Can I get in them?
Yeah, who knows?
That is the question. So I've been having a day.
Oh boy.
So I got home from work and I was I had made myself a sandwich and I hadn't eaten it yet. And I was pulling something out of the freezer for dinner and discovered that somehow the temperature controls on the refrigerator had gotten turned off. I think I know how it happened because the controls are in a really stupid spot. And I think when we put the milk in and out, it just eventually turned the thing off. I don't know how long it was turned off, but everything in my freezer was completely thawed. There's like 4 ice cubes, I think, left in one of the ice cube trays. That was it. Everything else was completely thawed. So I lost a lot of food today, which really upset me. But since I discovered that that was the problem, the freezer's working fine. My ice cubes are all frozen again. I, rinsed out the trays and put fresh water, and so we have ice.
Man.
I was able to salvage the cheese that I had up there and the popcorn.
Yeah.
So right now in my freezer, I have like 6 ice cube trays, I think. Maybe it's 7, I don't know. 6 or 7 ice cube trays, some popcorn, kernels, and a whole bunch of freezer packs. Everything else, I mean, the shredded cheese I put in the other freezer, but like the frozen fruit for smoothies, gone. And of course, they juiced all over the bottom of the freezer, so I had a fun time this morning. Meat.
Oh yeah.
I just bought last week a whole bunch of hot dogs because they were marked down to like 99 cents a pack, right? You don't pass that up when they're normally like $2 a pack for the same hot dogs.
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
Some really, really nice pork chops. They stuck up there because I didn't have time to cook them the day I bought them. Gone. Well, that was probably $10 just in the pork chops. And, it's just, I'm sure I threw away several $100s of food. 2 gallons of milk.
Yeah.
Because the refrigerator also wasn't cold. Gone. I had to throw my sandwich away because I wasn't sure if the meat was any good. I just break my heart. I mean, my refrigerator needed cleaned out, but this is not the way I wanted to do it. It was a forced clean out.
Yeah.
Okay, so black sugar sticks. Similar to Pocky, but without being dipped in chocolate or whatever.
Yeah.
They're sweet. I mean, you expect that, I guess, because they're sugar sticks.
Yeah.
They're all right. Not overly flavorful, but they're sweet. I thought maybe with the look they might be chocolatey or something, but they're just sweet. Ah. And of course, my nose has to start dripping as soon as we start. Okay. When we had snow, what was it, 2 weeks ago now?
Probably.
Um, Neko discovered that the door to the one shed was opened, and the lock was kind of looked like it had been pulled off. Well, I went back and looked at it this morning because he said yesterday or the day before that the door was open farther.
Yep.
And we've had trouble with our neighbors. So we thought maybe the neighbors had broken in. Well, I went and looked at it this morning. I don't think that's the case necessarily. It could be, and I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
I mean, they will steal anything that's not nailed down.
Even if it is nailed down, I'll take the nails too.
Yeah, they take the nails too. I could have an armed guard patrolling the house, the yard and stuff, and they would steal that. That's how these people are.
Yeah.
It has to do with drugs
Yep.
because they are known meth heads. Anyway, I went and looked at it this morning, and I think what happened is there was so much stuff in there, and I didn't realize all that stuff had been moved into there.
Yeah.
I don't know when that happened. I don't remember moving any of that stuff.
It was probably when Papa was still alive, because he would have
He
been.
wouldn't have, no, because even after he died, there wasn't that much stuff in that shed. So I don't know when all that stuff got moved.
I don't know, because I didn't move it. I don't think James did either when he was here
I'm
all this time.
I'm almost positive Papa didn't do it because remember the lawnmowers?
Oh yeah.
They were in there,
Yeah.
and wasn't very full at all. Now it's packed. So when did that happen?
No idea.
Who packed it?
No idea.
Anyway, I think what happened is some of the stuff shifted and was leaning against the doors and had enough pressure that eventually the lock popped. I can tell that I can tell that the lock had been taken off at least once before. And the one is a teeny tiny little screw. And I couldn't even get it lined up in the hole because of the way the lock is bent now. But there's a long nail, and I got the door. I had to hammer the door closed because it with the weather we've had lately, the wood was swollen enough that it didn't want to close completely. So I had to hammer it closed, and then I hammered that nail in the best I could. It's always something.
Yeah.
And then I came in and discovered that mess in the freezer, and I was just like, I give up.
Yeah.
So I threw some stuff in the crock pot. I'm making that Velveeta chili dip. Put the Velveeta in, put the can of chili in, had it on the lowest setting, came back out to check on it, stirred it up, came out and checked on it again. It freaking burned. Or almost burnt. It never got, like, it melted, but it didn't get, like, creamy like it should. It just stays super thick. Even microwaving it a little bit didn't help. So, like, great, now dinner's ruined. It's just been one of those kind of days, you know? Just when you think you got your head above water, something comes and smushes you back under.
Yeah.
At least I think we're going to get by without having to replace the refrigerator right now.
Yeah, at least for now, anyway.
I don't have the money to do it right now.
Yeah.
I have to pay the electric bill.
Oh.
$700 for electric bill. That's ridiculous. Okay, this is Big Thunder Chocolate. Declare your love with the intensity of Big Thunder. An ideal choice for Honmai Choco. Honmai? Honmai? Honmai. Honmei. It might be Honmei.
Probably. Who knows?
Choco. Chocolate given to your one true love on Valentine's in Japan. Well, I don't have one of those, so I want chocolate. I'm stressed. I want chocolate.
Yeah.
This will do. If I can get in it. So on a more entertaining note, I opened a couple fortune cookies the other day. And I opened one, and it was empty. And I thought, well, what a ripoff. Where's my fortune? So I opened another one, and the fortune in it said, sometimes fortune cookies contain no fortune.
What the fuck?
What are the odds that I would get an empty one followed by one that says that sometimes fortune cookies contain no fortune.
God damn.
It gets better.
Uh-oh.
Cut to about 2 days later. I found another fortune cookie in my bag and I thought, oh, okay. Cracked it open. It's empty. So I had an empty one. Sometimes fortune cookies contain no fortune, and then an empty one. Empty ones are not that common.
Yeah.
I mean, how long has it been since we've had an empty one?
Yeah,
Like
several years.
years.
Yeah.
So they're not that common. And then to get one and then have the next one say that sometimes they don't have fortunes, and then to get another one that's empty.
God damn.
What in the world? What are my fortune cookies trying to tell me?
I don't know.
Okay, so it kind of looks like a waffle. It's like regular on the back, but the front looks like waffle. Kind of looks like cookie on the inside, like dark cookie.
Yeah, probably.
Let's see if I can get some more of it out here. My eyes are watering.
Yeah.
Man, I tell you, I turn the camera on and I just start falling apart. I like the chocolate.
Yeah.
Like the milk chocolate. It makes me think of the chocolate covered Oreos.
Yeah.
Just without the cream.
Yeah.
I recommend this one. This one's good.
Yep.
No, it's not that. Is that? That. See, this is where Boxu has the advantage over Japan Crate. Boxu would have put 2 of these in.
Yeah.
Because all the little things like this, Boxu would put 2. There's only 1 in the Japan Crate. This is dried plum candy. Modern dating can be sweet and tart, just like this dried plum candy. You just got to learn how to enjoy both. Yeah, dried plum does tend to be rather tart. Every other time we've ever had it, it's been tart.
Yeah.
So Snack Crate's going to be Vietnam, apparently.
Huh.
Well, I got a thing saying that the next one, or something about welcome to Vietnam or something. And then the next email I got was that it's been shipped. So, but they don't tell you which one has been shipped. So I'm basing it on the fact that the previous email was Vietnam. So it just looks like a piece of dried plum. It almost tastes salty to me. I mean, it's tart and kind of salty. Does it taste salty to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just me. Yeah, I'm not sure about this dried plum thing.
Yeah.
That has not been my favorite flavor. Generally, when we get the dried plum, I'm not crazy about it. Excuse me. Drip, drip, drip. I swear, my sinuses just know. They just know. Milk star chocolate. Is that you?
Maybe. It's food.
Okay, this one. Caplico Milk Star Chocolate. Enjoy these divine chocolate stars, which, unlike dating, are always a match made in confectionery heaven. So is this positive about dating or negative about dating?
No idea.
Because it's like, share this with your love. Well, if you don't have, it's like they're trying to play both sides, I guess.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, how cute. Comes in like a little tray. Like, excuse you, dude. Why are you so weird?
I don't know.
Okay. Can I get this out? So they're like darker chocolate on the bottom and white chocolate on the top. I guess it's milk chocolate. Milk
Looks
chocolate and white chocolate. And it's a star shape.
looks familiar. I think I've had this before.
Yeah, if not this exact thing, something similar. I do like the little carton. I think that's cute. Keeps them from getting all smushed and stuff.
Yeah.
Tastes like chocolate.
Yeah.
I think we've had these before.
Probably.
I know we've had these before.
Eh.
I'm pretty sure there's some in that one bin that I had some snacks in that I think finally got taken out to the kitchen.
Probably.
I'm pretty sure there were some of these in there. Alphabet chocolate. If you can spell out the name of your crush with these melt in your mouth alphabet chocolates, they could be the one for you. Yeah, I don't think there's enough in here to spell out.
Making billion.
Does that mean I gotta pick somebody else?
I don't know. Some random guy called Nathan at least. Get the first name out there.
But I don't want to any old random.
Eh.
Oops, that one got a little bit melted.
Yay. Food.
Alright, so they're little squares of chocolate. I think that's the letter I. That might be an H. That might have been an S. I think that's either an M or a W.
Damn, numbers and letters always doing things.
I think that might be a C. They're melted just enough that I can't read the letters anymore. That one I don't see a letter on it at all. The whole top of it melted. This one, I mean, it melted to the point where it oozed out of the wrapper. K. And another one that's melted to the point you can't read it. Have a letter.
It's something.
It's just a chunk of chocolate. I know we've had these before.
Oh.
This wrapper's gooey.
Eh.
That's pretty good chocolate, though. Strawberry marble gum.
Huh.
Like a sweet love story in every chew. This is the perfect treat to share with your most special Valentine, yourself. Except that neither of us chew gum.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can figure out how to pronounce this one. Kajirico? Kajirico? Cola soft candy.
Huh.
Kajirico. Kajirico. See, it's got two C's together, so I don't know what that does in Japanese.
No way.
Kajiri, and then it's CCHO. Kajiriko? Kajiriko, maybe?
No idea.
Let the fizz tickle your taste buds and remind you of the exciting, bubbly sensation of falling in love. This doesn't seem like the right box to be opening with your kid.
Yeah.
All this love stuff. I mean, it because it's not familial love; it's romantic love that they're talking about, and that just seems weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of tastes like cola.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of like a filled Tootsie Roll,
Yeah.
texture wise. It does kind of taste like cola. Okay, that's that. That's that. That's that. Okay. Stay. So that bag doesn't look like the picture. That's why I was like, what is this? Ultimate dashi potato chips.
Huh.
Dashi is the soul of Japanese flavor. Combine it with potato chips and it's a match. Just like you and Japan Crate. Wink.
Oh boy.
Dashi, I think is like fish flake?
Yeah, maybe.
Am I thinking of the right thing? Or am I thinking like bonito? I know bonito's a fish flake, but is dashi a fish flake? Cause see that looks like seaweed and looks like some mushroom, and I think that's some sort of fish flake, and then it looks like some sort of oil or broth or something.
Huh.
I don't know. You know what? I'm just gonna skip the fighting with the package. That's why we have scissors.
Yeah.
Well, need a piece that's big enough to taste.
Yeah, damn.
A couple little pieces. These are kind of smooshed. So these are more like a kettle chip style. They're a slightly thicker chip than the other ones. The flavor is similar to the other ones, I think.
Yeah.
If you're the Japanese person that watched previously and talked about how the snacks weren't, or a lot of the snacks were ones that you hadn't heard of, what's dashi? Can you tell me in the comments?
Or if anybody else from Japan might be watching this.
Yeah.
I mean,
Anybody who knows Japanese?
yeah.
It's an interesting flavor.
Yeah.
Not bad. I don't know how to describe it.
It's weird.
It's different. We have Pokemon gum. No luck on dating apps? Just tell Pikachu, I choose you.
Oh.
And rest assured that he won't ghost you. He's electric after all.
Yeah.
Pikachu, Pikachu.
Huh.
I'm sad that, Fukubukuro season has come and gone, and I couldn't get a Mr. Donut box. Well, I never tried, but once I found out that, because every year Mr. Donut, for the past several years, has done a collaboration with Pokemon, and this year everything had Snorlax on it.
Huh.
And as we all know, Snorlax is best Pokemon. I know you like Eevee.
Yeah.
Snorlax is best Pokemon. Lifeguard gum. What was with all the gum?
And so far, like 3 or 4
This
things.
is the third gum.
Yeah.
Your trusty companion for a worry-free V-Day. Whether you're dodging bad date bullets or enjoying a self-care evening, this lifeguard has got your back. Well, okay, another gum that we can't chew. James is going to have to chew gum.
Yeah.
We'll send it with him. And I think we'd actually drink the drink this time. Dido Fruits Tea Drink. Sip refreshing fruit tea to add a fun, fruity twist to your Valentine's Day and experience Japan's charming tea culture. Well, I'm a tea drinker, so that appeals to me. Dido, hot and cold.
Huh.
So I guess if you wanted to, you could warm it up. Why am I trying to smell it? I know my nose doesn't work.
Nothing works anymore. Old people issues. Yeah. It's not a bad smell.
I think it tastes alright. It's really fruity. It's like a fruit punch made out of actual fruit juice and not
Yeah.
fake stuff like you like.
Yeah. That's okay.
Yeah, I like it. You can tell there's a good amount of apple, and it's showing apple and grape, and I think that's a peach, and it looks like maybe a lemon or orange or something. But you can definitely taste the apple in it. So I think that's probably an apple-based.
Yeah, probably.
Well, apple juice is easy to get. So.
Yeah.
Have we had these before? The package looks familiar.
Huh.
Graham crackers. Create your own delightful homemade treats with these classic crackers. Great for sharing with your family and spreading the love. Well, sharing with family. There you go. You can have. Yeah, we've had these before. They're just little tiny crackers. Want a cracker?
Yeah, I guess.
Neko, want a cracker?
It's food.
Now, see, when it says graham cracker, that's not the flavor I'm expecting.
Yeah.
This is more like closer to a Ritz cracker.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah.
It's not what we would call graham cracker here.
Yeah.
This is more savory than sweet.
Yeah.
They're good. Nothing wrong with them. It's just, you know, here in the United States, when you hear graham cracker, you think one thing.
Yeah.
And then when you taste this, it's something completely different.
It's the same thing with the UK. Some things that we think here are way different over there.
Well, in the UK, when they say chips, we say fries.
Yeah.
When we say chips, they say crisps.
Yeah.
Strawberry Choco Lollipops.
Huh.
3 words, 8 letters. Say it with these cute lollipops that come in threes, and no doubt they'll be yours.
Huh.
I love you is 8 letters. It's 3 words. It's sad I had to explain that to you. It's even sadder I had to stop and think, wait, what?
Yeah, you
There's
know.
one for you.
It smells like food, all right.
So it's kind of a pink chocolate so that it looks like a strawberry, and then it's like milk chocolate on the back. On a little plastic green thing. And it's got this little, is it a sticker?
No idea.
Yeah. It's a sticker. And it looks like a koala bear and an elephant and a slide. And the animals are dressed like strawberries.
Huh.
That's cute. I was getting that little chunk of chocolate out of it.
Yeah.
So I had this little loop so that the chocolate would stay stuck on the stick. And that getting that little chunk of chocolate out was kind of hard. Tyrol milk chocolate. In Japan, women are usually the ones who give chocolates to men on Valentine's Day.
Huh.
But feel free to share this chocolate with anyone you want.
I saw somewhere on Facebook something that is weird, aside from me. Someone actually said, love is like a Bethesda game. It just works. But what if it doesn't work? What
It's
is
got a
it
little
then?
clock on it. That's cute. Oh, and it's got like white in the middle.
Huh.
That must be the milk part.
Yeah, probably.
We got Kit Kats. Hmm. I think this is telling us to fold our wrappers into cranes.
Huh.
But it's all in Japanese, so I'm just guessing from what the picture says or shows. Okay, so there was 2 different types of Kit Kats that were available. Kit Kat milk tea or Kit Kat strawberry gâteau chocolat. We got the strawberry chocolate one. Get one of 2 Kit Kat flavors in this crate. Both are perfect for Tomo Choco, a Japanese tradition where friends exchange sweet treats on Valentine's Day to celebrate friendship. Either flavor would have been fine. You probably like the strawberry chocolate one better because you're not a tea person.
Yeah.
That looks really tasty. Doesn't that look good?
Yeah.
Almost looks like a chocolate cheesecake with strawberry slices on it. Interesting how this is more of a Christmassy package because it's got ornaments at the top. Oh well, doesn't matter. It's Kit Kat.
Yeah.
In Japanese Kit Kats, that always have such interesting flavors. There's one for you. So that's what the little individual packet looks like. I probably should have had to turn that light off, but it's too late now. We're
Almost done.
almost 45 minutes in, and this is the last thing we're tasting.
Yeah.
So yeah, one of the videos, the video that I was hoping to do today, we're not doing today.
Yeah.
Thanks to the stupid freezer.
Damn, ice cream having to melt like that.
Yeah, I had some very interesting flavors of ice cream. 2 of them were flavors based off of Stranger Things. And 2 of them were, I found on clearance, some of the Van Leeuwen ice creams, and they make weird flavors. And one of the flavor was mac and cheese, which I thought sounded weird, but might not be too bad because mac and cheese has milk in it. Ice cream has milk in it.
Yeah.
It would just be like a sweet mac and cheese, probably.
Yeah.
Because I know when I make my cheese sauce, it takes a lot of milk.
Yeah.
And so I was thinking that would work. The other one was dill pickle.
Huh.
And I wasn't sure about that one. This one's good. The strawberry is kind of subtle. But when I first took a bite, I could taste it. And then the chocolate just kind of took over. It's like a dark chocolate.
Yeah.
You're good. I thought the dill pickle one would be interesting because there's got to be something to the pregnancy craving of pickles and ice cream.
Huh.
And this is it's pickle ice cream. I like these.
Yeah.
Glad we got this flavor. Now I can just get my nose to stop dripping. It will as soon as I turn off the video.
Yeah.
Okay. So what we have left are 2 things. This one, our bonus item. Omamori Love Charm. Got chocolate all over this. Discover a sweet surprise. It's on the floor. Discover a sweet surprise in your crate. A bonus Omamori Love Charm featuring an exclusive design with the kanji for love on the back. In Japan, Omamori is a sacred amulet believed to bring protection, luck, and blessings, often found in shrines. Carry it with you and let it infuse your Valentine's Day with love and a sprinkle of Japanese magic. Well, and sprinkling the floor. The floor gets all the love.
Yeah.
I can't reach it. Can you get it?
Oh.
I'm so close to the table that if I lean forward too far, I'm going to land on my nose.
Oh.
There we go. So apparently that's the kanji for love.
Oh.
And this is the front, just says Japan Crate, and has this really pretty string design. The hearts are cute. Now, does it open or does it...
Who knows?
Well, I can't get the plastic to slide apart. Is there anything inside it? No, it's just a little empty pouch. So, nothing inside it, but I guess you could put like a token of love or something in there.
Yeah.
And then this little string kind of pulls it closed. But I don't want to pull it too hard because I don't want to undo that really pretty knot.
Yeah.
I think that is really cute. I think you can see better now, maybe. I took the plastic off. You can see it without so much glare. So that's supposed to be the kanji for love. That's cute. I'm really starting to get a lot of these little knick-knacky things.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. Still got my New Year dragon. And the Christmas ornament was sitting here in this stack of things next to me. Oh, these aren't tied. I thought that it was all tied together, but nope. There. That makes it easier to slide through then. Yeah, so we'll put that back in there so it doesn't get messed up. Figure out where to put this. But that's neat. I like that. And the other thing is the DIY kit, which one of these days we're going to have to find all the DIY kits that we haven't done and do them. And see, it's got a word with the two C's again. So is it Niriko?
Who knows?
Cider soft cream DIY. Coffee and dinner are getting old for first dates. How about trying a DIY activity for a unique and fun first date idea to create sweet memories together? Aw, how cute. I empty the powder into the tray, add 2 teaspoons of water, mix well, fill cone with whipped cream, and enjoy. So I guess this is supposed to make something that looks like ice cream cones. And then there's a Valentine quiz. I don't know if the QR code will work for everybody, but there you go. If you want to try it, find out what kind of Valentine you are. Can you stop bouncing, please? Well, it's hard to show things when I'm being bounced. Because then everything I'm trying to show is getting bounced. Love is in the air, and so are fabulous surprises. Take our fun What Type of Valentine Are You quiz and reveal your unique Valentine persona. Regardless of how you embrace the season of love, mystery prizes are in store for you. Win exciting gifts from Japan and exclusive discount coupons to make your day more special. Cupid's got nothing on you. So I guess I ought to try that, huh? See if I can win something?
Yeah, maybe.
Probably shouldn't have shown it to everybody then.
I could always do it now and on camera.
Well, I could. I have to hand in my phone. And there's some community members who have opened their crates and things. And this is the same thing that was on the back of the box. So there's the people. And then They're advertising Segoy Mart, which we did some things from them before when I had the store credit. Let's see. Come on now, phone.
Damn technology just doesn't do whatever it wants.
QR reader, where are you? QR reader. Let's see if we can find out anything. Do. What type of Valentine are you?
No idea.
Thank you for being a cherished Japan Crate subscriber. We hope you loved your Valentine crate. Now let's have some fun. Take our quick, quirky quiz to discover your unique Valentine style. Plus, you might just win a special surprise. Happy Valentine's Day from the Japan Crate team. Says takes 45 seconds.
Oh boy.
Your ideal date night movie genre is A. Superhero flicks, saving the world one date at a time. B. A comedy where the dog is the main character. C. Mystery, because who doesn't love a good whodunit with popcorn? D. Nature documentary. Love is wild and so are those lemurs. I like a mystery or a comedy.
Yeah.
A mystery where the dog is the main character. What, Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
I'm going to say mystery. I think a mystery would be a fun date.
Yeah.
Choose a dessert for your Valentine's Day dinner. Chocolate lava cake.
Oh. Yes.
Enough said. Don't have to go any further. I'm all about chocolate lava cake.
Yeah.
Chocolate lava cake because you're all about that molten love. B. Cupcakes with faces drawn on them. Cute and sweet. Yes, very kawaii. C. Anything with a surprise inside. Life's like a box of chocolates after all.
Yeah.
D. Fruit salad because you're sweet enough already. Chocolate lava cake.
Yeah.
Your go-to Valentine's Day outfit is A. A bright red cape. Superheroes need love too. B. A t-shirt that says, "This is my date night shirt."
That'd probably be you.
C. Detective gear, just in case your date is a mystery.
Huh.
D. Full-on pajama set. It's comfort first kind of night. Well, I'm either going to wear a t-shirt or jammies based on these choices. I don't know. It depends on what the date's going to be.
Yeah.
If you know you're going to a nice restaurant, then I'm going to dress nicer. If I know it's going to be like, I don't know, bowling or something,
Yeah.
then I'm going to wear like a t-shirt and jeans.
Yeah.
If it's going to be Netflix and chill, I might be in my jammies.
Yeah.
It depends on how much I want to impress the guy, too.
Oh boy.
I don't know. I'm not going to wear a bright red cape. And I'm probably not going to dress like a detective.
Yeah.
I don't know. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. I guess I'll wear a t-shirt. Whatever. What's your ideal Valentine's Day gift? A. A DIY superhero kit. B. A jar filled with jokes. Laughter is the best gift. C. A puzzle, because love is solving mysteries together. D. A book of chill coupons. Good for one lazy day each. I think I'm torn between a puzzle and a coupon. Because I think it would be fun to solve a puzzle with your friend, your date, whatever.
Yeah.
But the coupon thing, if they put thought into it and make the coupons specifically for you and things that you enjoy,
Yeah.
and then you can do those things together,
Yeah, that would be good.
that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's go with that. Or am I thinking too much?
No idea.
Choose a Valentine's Day activity. A. Indoor skydiving, because why not? Why?
Skydiving
No.
in general is,
No, thank you.
is just a no.
B. Cooking a fancy meal together and trying not to burn the house down. C. An at-home scavenger hunt. D. Building a blanket fort and defending it from imaginary dragons.
I'd do that one.
Well, we're going to do the at-home scavenger hunt to find the things to cook the meal, and after we are well fed, we're going to defend our house from dragons.
Yeah.
We're going to skip the skydiving.
Yeah.
Oh, man, any of those three sound fun.
Yeah.
The date would have to be as weird as me to do a blanket fort.
Yeah.
I think the cooking the fancy meal would be more of a thing I would probably do.
Yeah.
How do you start your Valentine's card letter? A. To my partner in crime. Let's steal some more hearts. Mostly each other's. B. Roses are red, violets are blue. If you were a vegetable, you'd be a cucumber.
What the hell?
C. Dear, insert name. Just kidding. I know who you are, I think.
That'd probably be you.
D. You're like Wi-Fi. Stronger the closer we are, and I'm feeling a strong connection.
Oh boy.
Oh god, these are all awful.
Yeah.
The cucumber. Roses are red, violets are blue. You are a vegetable. You'd be a cucumber. It loses the flow. I would actually do C, I think.
Yeah.
Here, insert name. Pick a Valentine's Day slogan. A. Love and adventure, especially with GPS. B. Sweet and quirky makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah.
C. Love is the greatest mystery. No spoiler alerts, please. That's not bad.
Yeah.
D. Love is staying in and building a pillow fort. I kind of like that one too, but I think love is the greatest mystery.
Yeah.
Alright, submit. What do we get? Oh, we are the mysterious Valentine.
Yeah.
You love adding a touch of intrigue and unpredictability to your relationships. Your Valentine's Day is uniquely planned with twists and turns, keeping your partner guessing. Congratulations, as a mysterious Valentine, you've won a coupon code for Sequoia Mart.
Hmm.
It's worth $10 off when you spend $50. Yes, but if you spend $50 and you're going to pay $70 in shipping.
Yeah.
How do I know this? Okay, well, at least we have an answer. We're a mysterious Valentine. I kind of thought that's the direction it was going. Because they kept picking things like the puzzles and watching mystery movies.
Yeah.
I wonder what the other two choices are.
I don't know.
I'm going to guess casual, probably.
Yeah.
And of course, superhero, because that first choice was always superhero related. Anyway. I'm sitting at a weird angle. It's making my back hurt. You must like those. You're
Yeah.
just sitting there, scarf.
These remind me of something you'd see at the Chinese restaurant.
Hmm.
And something you'd taste.
I already told the story about the fortune cookies, so I don't have anything new there. I don't think I have. Well, I have one more possible story, but I don't know if I should tell it because it's a work thing.
Yeah.
Let's just say I haven't had very good luck with toilets lately.
Huh.
Have I told the toilet saga about here at the house?
Oh shit! Here we go
About
again.
how, it keeps doing stupid stuff? The gasket keeps leaking, and yeah. Now we're waiting on my brother to be available to come down. I found out when my days off are, and it's this weekend, but he can't come this weekend. He's already scheduled for something else. And then my next weekend off, he's not sure if he can come because they're putting in a new system where he works, and he may have to be doing inventory that weekend.
Oh boy.
So
I feel like
we're in the wait and see mode right now.
yeah. I feel like I'm never gonna go to Red Lobster. It just seems like everything and anything is just getting in the way.
Well, what if Applebee's is doing the all you can eat thing again
Hmm. Yeah.
with the shrimp wings and riblets?
Yeah, I'm fine with that as well. I'm fine with anything really. Food is food.
Well, let's get through this weekend where I have to pay that ridiculous electric bill, and then maybe next weekend.
Yeah, maybe.
Well, next weekend won't be as bad because I don't have anything due next weekend. So following weekend is going to be credit card, water, and sewer, and that's only going to be like $125 total.
Yeah.
Theoretically, I could pay everything this week:
Huh.
electric, internet, and those three,
Yeah.
because my check should have gone in today, which would I had enough to cover electric and internet, but it would have only left me like $20.
Yeah.
So that's why I was waiting for my check to clear or to go in, and that should have hit a couple hours ago. So I think we're okay. I need to see if we can get like a thermometer thing to put in the refrigerator to make sure it really is cooling, because I couldn't tell if it was cool or not.
Yeah.
You said it felt like it was, but right now it's nearly empty.
Yeah.
All that's left is like a little bit of cheese and a couple condiments.
And a little bit of apple juice too.
And the apple juice, which you need to taste it and make sure it hasn't turned.
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
Okay. Because sometimes if you open a juice and it's not refrigerated properly, it'll turn in a couple days and it'll start tasting.
Yeah.
It starts turning to alcohol, basically.
Yeah.
So that's the Japan crate. Well, that was a pretty good crate. There's only one thing I really didn't care for, and that was that plum thing. And I think I would be okay if it was just tart, but because it also seemed salty, I don't know why they would make it salty, which I thought was weird. You said it tasted salty too.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just me. If it's just me, then maybe my taste buds are wacky.
Yeah, probably.
Surprise me. But yeah, I think this was a pretty successful box. What I like about Japan Crate is not only do you get a good variety of snacks, and they're going to be more popular, more probably better known snacks um, than what we get in the Boxu box. And I like that it comes with a DIY kit. I like that it comes with a drink, even though sometimes they're not something we can drink, but this time it was, and I liked it. It was good. I like those things about it. I like that it always has something fun included. Um, and I think, considering, it's being shipped to you from Japan,
Yeah.
yes, it's $50 a month, but you figure at least half of that cost is shipping. And the shipping's built into that cost. So I think it's a reasonable box. I think it's good. I enjoy it. I like what we get in it. Um, Now comparing it to Boxu, they're comparable, I think. What's nice about Boxu is they are supporting small family owned businesses. They're more artisanal style treats. You're getting about the same amount of stuff in each box. Boxu, for me, I like that it comes with a tea bag versus a drink like this, because Japan Crate, sometimes you get
Yeah.
this, which is carbonated, and neither of us drink carbonated stuff.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get something like a tea, sometimes you get a juice, which is great. Boxu is always a tea bag,
Yeah.
and I'm a tea drinker, so I like that. Um, when it comes to, what did I do with that paper? Yeah.
No idea.
When it comes to like the nutritional stuff, um, Japan Crate either puts a page in their little booklet, or they give you a sheet like this that just has everything pictured and like the ingredients. Where that's where Boxu shines, because Boxu tells you what are the flavor notes. Is it supposed to be sweet? Is it supposed to be savory? Does it have any allergens, known allergens, nuts, milk, what have you? And I think that is where Boxu shines. Um, Price wise, they're the same. You're getting about the same amount of stuff. It's all being shipped from Japan. Um, it's all the same company now because they
Yeah.
merged a couple months ago. I like both of them, but I feel like I'm going to have to, at some point, choose one.
Yeah.
And I want to keep Snack Crate because it's giving me experiences from other places.
Yeah.
So having two Japanese crates, I feel like I'm going to have to, at some point, narrow it down to one. And I don't know which one at this point because I like them both.
Yeah.
Boxy really, really impressed me with that first box. So we're going to wait. We're going to try another box, see if I still am impressed. But based on what I've experienced so far, I think both crates are great. They both have things, strong points. They both have some things that maybe aren't as great. Um, Japan Crate does have a tendency to repeat things a lot. I don't know
Yeah.
if Boxu is going to do that. Like in this box, I know there were a couple things we've already had before, like the graham crackers, um, the alphabet chocolate. There's a couple things we've already had before, but they also give you a whole bag of Kit Kats when they give you Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Boxu's not going to do Kit Kat. They're going to do an artisanal thing.
Yeah.
So it depends on if you want more um, national popular brands, brand name things,
Yeah.
or if you want to try the smaller companies, the lesser known things. And I thought everything was good in both. Well, not everything. There was one thing in the box I didn't like. There was one thing in this box I didn't like.
Yeah. Which happens
But I mean,
sometimes.
not
Don't
everybody's
matter.
going to like every single thing.
Yeah.
Everybody's got different tastes. So I think, for the fact that we've had how many different snacks, and there's only been a couple things that we didn't care for.
Yeah.
Between two boxes, we're looking at what, 40 plus snacks, and there were two that stand out that we didn't like.
Yeah.
I That's pretty good average. So I'm really happy with the Japanese boxes we've gotten. But even when we got the Mango Spice box, I really liked it. And again, it was more of the um, well known, better known snacks, but it also had a ramen in it.
Yeah.
You got a drink. Sometimes you got a DIY kit, and you got three manga. And all the snack foods were basically bonus because the price you paid for the box was the cost of the manga.
Yeah.
And it also had the shipping built in. I like that. I think that is very important when you're getting an international box,
Yeah.
especially like Japan boxes, when Japanese shipping from Japan is so high.
Yeah.
I can't say it's Japanese shipping, but shipping from Japan. Um, but I think part of it was when I ordered the stuff from Sugoi Mart, the shipping was so high because they could only offer one option, and I think it's because there was food. If I would have ordered something that wasn't food, maybe the shipping would have been a little less.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably.
But that's my suspicion. Because it mentioned other types of shipping when it sent me my thing saying that my items had been shipped except for the one in Maibo, which then ended up being canceled.
Yeah.
um and his stupid nose won't quit dripping. I'm sorry. um but I can say this, the customer service for Japan Crate, Sugoi Mart, Boxu has been phenomenal. They have done everything they can to make me happy. Yes, I would have preferred getting my Halloween box, and there's always a possibility it could randomly show up one day.
Yeah, because I've had things
Um,
before where I canceled them, like on Amazon, eBay, and they still showed up.
well, I didn't cancel it. It got lost.
Yeah.
And because it got lost, it was a shipping issue. They refunded the box price, then they gave me all this extra money to store credit to spend on any of their sites. And that's why we ended up getting enough stuff to do 3 videos.
Yeah.
And then when the one Maibo, which was like $1 or $1.50, I don't. One of them, like it's like one of the flavors was more expensive, and it was like $1.50. All the rest of them were like $1. So when you're looking at, it was only $1 item. I would have been happy just to get my money back.
Yeah.
They didn't have to give me an extra $20 store credit. It was like, whoa, blown away.
Yeah.
And which is why we thought, oh, let's try the Boxy box, because that way I got to try it at a very steep discount,
Yeah.
almost half off,
Yeah.
like 40% off or something. By the time I applied all the credit and stuff,
Yep.
so to me that was worth it.
Well, I think a
um,
part of it is it's Japanese way.
yeah,
They don't.
they don't want people to be disappointed,
Yeah.
and it's an
Meanwhile.
embarrassment to them when something
Yeah.
goes wrong.
Yeah.
Where here in America, we've lost that.
Yeah.
We used to have pride in American product and American way.
Now you never see
And
that, and if you
now the
do,
pride
it's
is gone. People just,
do
they're there
whatever.
to collect a check. They don't care if you're happy or not.
Yeah.
Japan, it's all about respect.
Yep.
It's all about making things right.
Yep.
And I wasn't upset. I was just like disappointed I couldn't get my box. And I would have been happy just to have my box refunded or just apply what I paid to the next box so I don't have to pay again. Whatever, that works out the same. But no, they refunded the money. They gave me extra. And I was like, oh, okay, fine. Well, I'll spend all that. I've been wanting to try Segway Mart anyway, and I was really happy with what I got. Not so happy with the amount of shipping, but
Yeah.
I figure basically the refund and the story credit covered the shipping, and then I bought the items.
Yeah, pretty much.
Because that's pretty much how the breakdown, how the amounts worked. Ah, drip, drip. Really, it wasn't doing this until I started the video.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't really have anything else. Um, I can't think of anything else coming up other than my snack crate just got shipped. I got a notification last night. Oh, my little heater thingies that
Oh
I
boy.
thought should have been here by now are somewhere in China.
Ha!
Um, the weird thing is when I ordered them, it said 3 to 5 business days. And a week later, I got an email saying that they'd been shipped and that they're in transit. And when I click the tracking, they're somewhere in China,
Ha!
which is weird because all the other things, I thought the company was in Texas
Yeah.
because everything else had a Texas address.
Yeah.
So I was really surprised that it's in China. I hope it comes before we get bad weather again.
Yep.
It's supposed to get down to like 25 one of these nights, either tonight or tomorrow night.
Yep.
Oh, that's too cold. I need heat.
Yeah, that's the one thing that pisses me off is the weather just does whatever it wants. One day it could be like, I don't
Oh,
know,
excuse me.
in the negative temperatures. The next it's 70. Like, what is wrong with you? No wonder people are getting
Dude,
sick
this is
nowadays.
life in Ohio.
Yeah, that's the problem with Ohio amongst every other thing. I mean,
If you don't like the weather, wait 5 minutes. It'll
yeah,
change.
yeah, that's the problem here.
I mean, in one day we went from below freezing,
Yeah,
so below 32, and snow to rain to 60 degrees.
yep. Oh, you know it's
How do you dress? You can't even plan what to wear.
yeah,
So I'm always wearing layers. Right now I've got on a t-shirt. I've got on this sweatshirt. I managed to get chocolate on it. Dang it. I didn't want to have to wash it again before I wore it again. Or wash it before I wore it again. You know what I'm trying to say. Actually, I don't think you can really see that. I can't see it now.
yeah,
I think I got it. I'll just take this off when we're done with the video.
yeah.
I only put it on because I had something on my other shirt.
Oh boy.
But I mean, I'm always wearing layers because I don't know how to dress.
Yeah,
This winter especially has been like a roller coaster.
yeah. I mean, back in December we were dealing with 50, 60 degrees,
Well,
and now,
apparently in Minnesota, they have been breaking all kinds of temperature records.
damn.
All kinds of records. Blowing them out of the water.
I feel bad for DJ. Goddamn.
Like hot. Too hot for this time of year.
Yeah. Damn it. Now I know we should move to Minnesota. Go to Duluth where DJ's at. Move in with him.
But Minnesota also tends to have much, much worse winters than we get.
Yeah, that's another problem. I mean, he's always talking about like how the weather over there is just it's
Being in
always
southern Ohio, we get mild winters.
yeah.
Yes, I was complaining about the snow the other week,
Yep.
but we really haven't had
Yeah.
bad snows since we've been down here.
Yeah.
We've been down here 18 years, something like that.
Now since 2005 almost.
And Well, it'll be 19 years this year then.
Yeah.
Um, in August.
Yeah.
For me, it'll be a little sooner for you.
I think it was like May or June or something like that when I got out of there.
Yeah, you came down. You came down in May.
Yeah. And you were still doing legal court battles
Yeah,
with.
I had to deal with court stuff, so I couldn't come down quite so soon.
Yeah. That and moving everything from there to here.
Well, moving from where we were living, some of it to James's house, some of it to storage, some of it to here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. Anyway, yeah, weather you can't predict it. It's
Yeah.
just it does what it wants.
Yeah.
And there's other places like that. Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, calls itself the weather capital
Yeah.
because literally there, you wait 5 minutes and the weather will change.
Yeah.
And that glorified rodent
Yeah.
apparently did not see his shadow, so we're supposed to get an early spring.
Hopefully.
That's what I heard anyway. I don't know. I didn't like watch the news or anything, but I saw posts about it, so I'm like, oh, okay, whatever.
I don't really care.
What did Buckeye Chuck say?
Yeah.
Who cares? Groundhog, yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? It's still winter until March 21st or whatever.
Yeah.
There's still 6 weeks of winter no matter what.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what that stupid groundhog says. Take
What I
that off
want to
us.
know is like, why are people putting so much faith into a goddamn groundhog? Who came up with this idea, and how can
Somebody in
we
Punxsutawney.
slap him in the face?
They've been doing it for 100 and something years.
God damn it, people! That makes
I
about
wonder how accurate Phil, Phil and or Phyllis has been,
yeah,
because obviously it's not the same groundhog they started with.
yeah,
And if they have a male groundhog, it's Phil, and if it's a female groundhog, it's Phyllis.
yeah.
Ask me how I know this.
Oh boy.
When I was going to college in Savannah College of Art and Design, I had a roommate, and she was from Punxsutawney.
Huh.
So we heard about how horrible that stupid groundhog is. She hated that damn groundhog. And I'm like, yeah, it's just a glorified rodent. I mean,
Yeah,
overgrown rat.
yeah,
So yeah, but it's become tradition, and I mean they make a whole big deal out of it. If you have watched the movie Groundhog Day,
oh boy.
when they're in Punxsutawney and the guys are dressed in costume and everything, they really do that.
Huh.
They have this whole ceremony for that stupid groundhog. How do they know what the groundhog saw
Yeah,
or didn't see?
yeah,
Somebody's making stuff up.
yeah. And it's pissing us all off if it's the ones that we don't want. Like the ones that say, oh yeah, early spring. People that love winter are pissed. If you say, more winter, the spring people are pissed. So you don't win either way. There's going to be a lot of people fighting over it. And I'm like, really?
Well, Punxsutawney has the groundhog. Um, Point Pleasant has the Mothman.
Yeah,
The Pine Barrens has the Jersey Devil.
yeah,
Loch Ness has Nessie.
yeah,
I mean, places have their gimmick.
yeah.
Would
I mean,
I,
it's
if
good.
I ever make it over to the UK, am I going to go to Scotland and visit Nessie?
Yeah,
Hell yeah. Of course I am.
yeah,
Nessie's awesome. If I go to Japan, maybe I'll go visit that hotel that's got the Godzilla,
yeah,
the life size Godzilla. That's awesome.
yeah,
They made a new Godzilla movie. Did you hear about it?
yeah.
Godzilla, whatever it is, zero minus I don't know what it
Yeah,
was.
it's some Godzilla movie.
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, between that and I
What are
guess
you doing September 6th?
I have no idea. Beetlejuice? For
No, actually, no. It's Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
ah,
The
so
official title is Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
huh. So when they inevitably make a third one, it's gonna be Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Yep.
And by that point, just stop.
Eventually, shouldn't go past 3.
Yeah, because that's the whole
Because,
point
yeah,
of
the whole thing is you say his name 3 times.
yeah, and he shows up. Or you put him back wherever he
You notice I have that whole Beetlejuice corner.
yeah.
And it just blends so nicely into my cameras.
Yeah.
Because there's the coffin one with the camera, then there's the Polaroid camera with the ghost picture, and then the camera underneath it. Those are all Beetlejuice ones. And then the other cameras are just cameras with whatever, like landscapes and things.
Huh.
But 3 of those are actually Beetlejuice pins.
Huh.
Because Lydia was taking pictures.
Huh.
That's when she discovered the locked attic and the ghosts. Why can I not think of the ghost names?
No
It's
idea.
Alec Baldwin and Gina Davis. Barbara and
Something.
what's his name? Crap, I can't think of it. Anyway, Michael Keaton, who is now in his 70s,
Oh God.
is reprising his role as Beetlejuice.
Okay, this ought to be good. Then at least you have the same guy.
Um, Catherine O'Hara, who played Delia, the mother,
Hmm.
I guess, is back and finally has a one-on-one scene with Michael Keaton.
Huh.
She thought that was really, it was kind of creepy, kind of cool. She was really glad to finally get a chance to just act one-on-one with him because
Yeah.
every other time it was a group scene.
Yeah.
Um, Winona Ryder is back as Lydia,
Hmm.
and they've got Jenna Ortega, is that her name? Um, who plays Wednesday Addams in the Wednesday TV show.
Hmm.
I think is supposed to be Lydia's daughter.
Hmm. I mean, it would make sense because like the whole atmosphere she does, and it would fit
So,
so perfectly with her in it.
well, I mean, we're looking at 37 or 8 years later.
Yeah.
So, yeah, they're all grown up and
I mean, a part of me hopes that they keep doing this with other movies. Just 30, 40 years. They did that with Top Gun. They did that now with Beetlejuice. So
well, they
where's
did it
the.
with Ghostbusters.
Yeah, that
The
as well.
Ghostbusters one, Afterlife, I thought was really good.
Yeah,
And I thought it was interesting that they were able to do CGI and bring Egon back,
yeah,
considering the actor died.
yeah,
Um, but like all the original guys were in it.
which is good.
Um, but then they brought in like a whole new generation.
Yeah.
And they just had a new one, Frozen something.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to really look at it much, but it should be good because they're back to New York, I think.
Hmm.
Um, the Top Gun Maverick movie was all right, but it was a lot of um, the same movie.
Yeah. Well, there's not really much I guess you could do with aerial flight and
Well,
that sort of
there
thing.
was a whole storyline there because Goose's son was mad at Maverick that Goose died
Hmm.
and was basically blaming Maverick for it. And
Huh.
then in the end, they ended up flying together and saving each other's butts.
Huh.
So, the happy ending.
Yeah.
I hate you, hate you, hate you. Hey, we're best friends.
Yeah.
Um, and Val Kilmer as Iceman was back in the movie, but he was basically dying of cancer, and wasn't in very much, and he was like a director or something of
Yeah.
that type. Um, because it was 30 years later, Tom Skerritt and Michael Ironside weren't, their characters are probably dead.
Yeah.
Um, because they were older in the original movie.
Yeah.
So this much later, their characters were probably either long gone, retired, or potentially dead.
Yeah.
Um, they didn't really mention them, but for the most part, things I liked about Maverick were that they did pay a lot of tribute to Goose. They didn't act like he never existed. He was a major point in the movie. Um, they added some female pilots, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
Um, the flying stunts were just really good, really just as good as in the original. I loved that the original one for the comedy and two for the flying.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, I had a kind of a little crush on Tom Cruise, but then I was also, in high school. So,
Yeah.
um, oh God, how many times did we rent that movie?
Probably too much.
So many times, and we finally asked the rental place if they would be willing to sell us a copy because we were in there renting it every other week. I watched it so many times. I mean, I could sit there and quote chunks of the movie while
Yeah.
watching it, and some of that stuff was in Maverick, and it was a fine movie. I don't think it was as good as the original.
It never is.
Some people said it was better. No, I don't think so.
Probably the people that either have never seen the original until recently or
I
just
still think the original is the better movie. But I mean, this is my opinion. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
yeah.
Um, I thought it was good, but I don't know. I think they had too many strong personalities going
Yeah.
at it between Tom Cruise and oh crap, I can see him. Was it Miles Teller? Is that the one that played Goose's son? I can't even remember his call sign at this point. I've only seen the movie once.
Yeah.
If I liked it as much as the original, I would have watched it multiple times by now.
Yeah.
Um, but their personalities were both so strong, and it was a little overwhelming. And I just, I guess I'm not sure why all of a sudden everybody's going back and grabbing all the 80s movies and
I don't know.
making sequels.
I
If you were
mean,
going to make these sequels, why didn't you do it
a long time
back
ago.
when the movies were fresh?
Yeah.
Now you're going out and digging them up out of God knows where,
Most of the people are either dead or really,
and
really,
the
really
people that
old.
wanted to see the sequels are old now.
Yeah.
And
Some of them are dead. So
a
they'll
lot of
never.
the actors are gone,
Yeah.
or they're too old to do it. And
Which I commend Harrison Ford for doing, which with Indiana Jones, because I mean he's old, like really old. So him doing a lot
and
of
with it
what,
being an action movie,
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, that's good because to me,
I heard something about there's going to be another one, but it's not going to have him in it
yeah, when
because he said that was his last one.
yeah, which makes
Well, he's
sense.
getting too old to be doing.
Yep,
That's hard on a body when you're young.
yeah, but definitely when you're his age,
And he's what, late 70s? Or has he hit 80 yet?
no idea.
He's an old man now.
Yeah,
He deserves to have a chance to do some less strenuous stuff.
Yeah. Which a part of me, I think, is a good thing and a bad thing if they do another Indiana Jones movie. It's good because it can continue either a new timeline or do a pass the torch on to someone else using the same timeline. But people are gonna
Well,
see it as that it's
okay,
Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, and they're gonna be like, it's not good because it's not Harrison
because it's not
Ford.
Harrison Ford, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay, you're onto something here.
Yep.
Nightmare on Elm Street,
Oh
when they
yeah.
took Robert Englund out
Oh, it
and put
became
that other
shit.
guy in,
Oh, it was
I
bad.
haven't heard anybody say that it was a good movie.
Yep.
I couldn't even sit through it. I couldn't get through the whole movie.
I
It
had
was
to
so
I had
awful.
to force myself to watch it just to say I've
You
watched
made it
it.
all the way through.
Sadly, yes.
Because,
It
like,
was
the
bad.
different people I watch that do movie reviews and stuff, every one of them
Even Dead Meat.
didn't like it.
Yeah, James A. Janice said it was one of the worst.
He didn't like it. Horror Timelines. Josh Spiegelman? Something like that.
Yeah,
The Horror Timelines, movie timelines guy, he doesn't like it.
I don't blame
He
him.
did a one of the series he does is Dead Last, where his Patreon people get to vote on rankings of movies, whatever the category is, and he did original versus remake.
Oh yeah.
You know what was dead last?
Oh boy.
That piece of garbage.
Yep.
Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
I mean, at least when they.
And he had three other people on as kind of a panel or co-host or whatever
Yeah.
for that particular episode. Every one of them said it was awful.
Yep. It is.
And well, you said James Angelines. I think did Cinema Snob do it?
I don't know. I don't know if him or Nostalgia Critic did it, but I would
I
assume.
kind of feel like Cinema Snob might have because he did a bunch of horror movies there for a while.
Yeah.
But I feel like he didn't like it. He may have mentioned it someplace along the line, didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I mean, nobody likes this movie.
And there's a reason why. Bad writing. The acting was
Oh
not
God,
that good.
it was so bad I couldn't even get through like a half hour of it.
Yeah. And the worst thing
So
is.
you may be onto something though, because
Yeah.
having somebody else in that role, it
Yeah.
didn't feel right.
Yep.
Where Michael Myers, he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
He's just a dude
So
in a mask.
you can do whatever you want with
So
him.
it could be a different guy every movie. It doesn't
Yeah, and it's the
matter.
same with Jason. When they did
Well,
the.
I was getting to that.
Yeah.
Jason Voorhees, yeah, he's been a bunch of different guys
Yep.
playing him, but he doesn't speak.
Yep. He's just a guy that
He's
goes
just
around.
a guy in a mask
Yep. Go around killing
and
people.
with holding a machete. I
Yep.
mean,
Or whatever other
or
weapon he
whatever other,
has.
yeah.
Yeah.
But even there, the remake
Was way better.
was not as good as the original,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Oh yeah, that's the
Halloween,
thing.
I didn't think the Rob Zombie remake was as good as the original.
Yeah.
Of course, he threw all the
All the weird
lore
shit.
out and
Yeah.
did his own thing,
Yeah.
as he tends to do.
Yeah.
I don't know why Hollywood insists on remaking everything.
Yeah. And that's the same thing with people rebooting video games. I mean, when Devil May Cry 1, 2, and 3, they rebooted Devil May Cry with some guy who claims to be Dante, who looks nothing like Dante.
Dante, the original Devil May Cry, he was cute.
And he's
If he would
also.
have been a real dude,
Yeah. He may have been my father.
Phew, he was cute.
Being like half demon or whatever he is. I don't really. I forgot about the lore of all 5
Okay,
games.
so in the Bare Naked Lady song one week, there's a line or a couple lines. Sailor Moon's the cartoon that makes Sailor Moon's the cartoon that makes you that boom makes you think the wrong thing or something like that.
Yeah.
Dante, replace Sailor Moon with Dante.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the boom anime babes that make you think the wrong thing. That's what it
Yeah.
is. Yeah. But see, on the flip side, you have movies that the story is so good,
Yeah.
it has to be told over and over and over.
Yeah.
A Star is Born.
Hmm.
The latest incarnation of it was fantastic.
Ain't that the one with
Bradley Cooper and Lady
Yeah,
Gaga.
I was gonna
It
say that
was
one.
fantastic. And there was what? There was Barbara Streisand and dude.
Some human.
Who was in it with her? Was that Chris Christopherson? I don't remember. That was a good version. And there was 2 or 3 other versions before that.
God damn.
This movie has been made at least 5 times.
Yeah.
But it's always a good movie.
Yeah.
But that's because the story is so strong. When you take something like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Halloween,
There is
they're good
really.
stories,
Yeah.
but they don't need to be told over and over.
Yeah. How many times
They're
can
good for
you?
one time. You
Yeah.
don't need to keep redoing it.
Yeah. How many
Chucky,
times? Yeah, that's the same thing.
Child's Play,
Yeah.
and what? Ooh, the doll in the remake is just so frickin' creepy.
More than the original.
I thought the original was creepy, but
Yeah.
I can tolerate it. The newer one, I can't even. Oh no, I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I have no desire to see that remake because the thing is so ugh.
Yeah.
And then like then you've got series like say Jurassic Park,
Yeah.
which the original movies were really good, and then they brought in Jurassic World,
Yeah.
which kind of expands that franchise.
Yeah. Which I didn't
But the
really think.
Jurassic World movies were never as good as the original Jurassic Park
Yeah,
movies.
it doesn't matter how many times you put Chris Pratt in.
And the
It's just.
more CGI you add does not make it a better movie.
Yeah.
The original movie was more practical effects and it
Yeah.
was so much better.
Yeah. I
But
mean, that's the thing. A lot of movies, TV shows, video games, music, a lot of things from back then, 80s, 90s, and even like early 2000s, where I grew up watching and playing these things, are a lot better because people are not trying to use AI all the time. People are not trying to try hard like they're doing. They just do what they want to do. They had a vision.
there is such nostalgia right now for the 80s.
Yep.
That's why they keep digging up all these 80s movies to reboot
Yep.
or make what legacy sequels is that what they're calling them now?
Yeah, may as well.
Because they're 30 years later, we're finally making the sequel.
Oh boy.
Okay, but why? We don't need it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you would have made it 2 or 3 years after the original movie, great. We would have all been woohoo. Let's watch it.
Yeah.
Now we're like, really? Don't you have any new ideas?
Yeah. That's the one thing I hate about.
But everything is CGI,
Yep.
AI,
Every other eye.
music is auto tuned to death,
Yep.
and I can't tell the difference between songs anymore.
Yeah, they all sound the same to me.
The recent music I have heard like in the last year or so, to me it
It's
all sounds
garbage.
alike, and
Yeah.
it's not good.
Well, that's the same thing with video
And then
games.
I hear an 80s song and I get excited
Yeah.
because I'm like, ooh, it sounds different.
Yeah. I mean, that's also the same thing with video games. Like, I mean, a lot of people have made videos
We're doing
talking.
it again.
Uh oh.
We finished the thing,
And now 5
and now
hours
here we
later.
are, 40 minutes later.
Welcome to hell. This is what we give you.
Going on and on and on about who knows what.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first half is the actual video. The second half is just us
It's just
going
it's
off
what
the rails.
it's whatever. It's just filler bonus content that at this point no one cares.
It's filler.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's bonus or not, but it's filler, all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing about video games. Back then, people took the time and effort to make something, and now it's all
They
about
released games that were complete.
yep, games that were good, complete. Actually, people wanted to play, not the same shit every year.
They weren't broken.
And the sad thing is, a lot of these people are industry veterans. Activision, they used to make great games. EA, they used to make great games. And people are acting like they never
Let's see,
made.
Activision, they had Pitfall. That was a
Yeah,
great game.
they had games all
We
the
played
way.
that all the time on the old Atari.
Yeah, Activision is one of the only few game companies out there that were there from the beginning.
Well,
Since
Atari's still making stuff, aren't they?
somewhat, yeah, but they're more like publishers and
Yeah, they're
whatever.
just
They're not.
games are not
Yeah, they're not consoles.
consoles and stuff anymore.
Yeah, that's the same thing with Sega. Like Sega is still doing
Yeah, they're
things, but as
still making games, but they're not.
yeah, and if they do, it's more just an anniversary thing. Like, oh, here's the Sega Genesis Mini or Classic or whatever, and then like, oh, here's the Atari Mini Classic, whatever.
I should really work on my banners.
Yeah, at this point, you might need another one or
I
two.
have two more somewhere over
Yeah,
here. Well, I was looking where the cassette tape ones are. I left a space for one. Now I gotta find it.
yeah,
Because we were talking about Chris Pratt, and it was a Guardians of the Galaxy cassette.
oh yeah.
And here's some more Mothmans
Hmm.
that need to go there.
Yeah.
He's
But yeah,
easily distracted.
yeah. But yeah, that's the sad thing about a lot of media nowadays. It's like all they ever care about is AI. All they care about is making more money, more money, more money. Which I understand. You're a business, but you have to put the customers first. What do we want? We want complete finished products. We want things that are not garbage or AI generated or any of that, because you lose the heart and soul of what made you good in the first place, what made you popular, what made people go toward your company or your product or whatever. There's a reason why so many people went to Call of Duty, because it was actually good back then. And I mean, I don't mind playing the more recent COD games, but I agree with everybody else when they say that the last good one was like Black Ops 1 or 2. Because since then, especially during the PS4 era, they started making it more about microtransactions and shoving it in your face.
Oh, it's all microtransactions now.
Yep,
That's all they care about.
yep,
That's what annoys me about some of the mobile games I play. Is it's
yep.
all about the dang microtransactions.
Yeah, that's another thing. Mobile
Or
gaming.
they show you nothing but ads.
Yep.
I've started playing this one game, and no lie, I can't get through a whole game without watching at least 20 ads.
Yeah.
Every move I try to make, it shows me an ad.
Yep.
And I'm just like, I'm over it.
Yeah. That's another thing. Mobile games used to be good. You had Cut the Rope, you had Plants vs. Zombies, Jetpack Joyride, you had all these other classic games. And now everything is just the same.
I thought this was up there, but I guess not, because it's here.
I mean, now everything's a Candy Crush clone or a Bejeweled clone, which Candy Crush itself is a Bejeweled clone. But, you know, also Clash Royale, Clash
Where did that one thing
something,
go?
Clash of Clans or whatever that game's called, spin-off, knockoff, reproduction. And I'm like, is that it? Is this all we've come to now? I mean, some people say that it's because we grow older, and yeah, that's part of it. You know, we grow older, and you know, we're used to how things were back then. But I can still see that nobody's trying anymore, and the ones that are being pressured by other people within the industry. Like some people in the music scene, they may not want to do AI. They may not want to do any of this bullshit that's going on right now. But it's the producers, it's the people controlling the money. That's what they want, not the
They
actual
want
artist.
what they think is going to make them a quick buck.
Yep. And that's the same thing with like that's what I saw with like CD Projekt when they did Cyberpunk. They didn't want to make the game as bad as it was. They wanted to give it more time. But then people in the marketing are like, "Yeah, put this out right now. We'll finish it
Yeah,
later.
they don't
We'll
care to put out a finished game,
yep,
a working game. They were like, let's get it out there so we can get money
yep,
and fix it later.
yep." And by then,
Well, now
I
you've
mean,
pissed off all your
Yep.
people who wanted to buy the game,
Yep. And
and
very few games.
they've all complained about how horrible the game was
Yep.
because it was broken, and
Yep.
you shouldn't have to download a patch
Exactly. Especially
on
on.
day one to make the
Yeah.
game work.
Yeah. And
If you
it's.
have enough
Yeah.
time to create a patch, you had enough time to make the game work to start with.
Yep. And that's another problem.
What did I do with that game?
Is like some people say, oh, well, Cyberpunk's actually a good game now. Yes, but after like so many patches, so many updates. It should have been good on the first
Been
day.
good on day one.
You know, and while, yes, I do love Cyberpunk, I love, everything about it, there are still a lot of problems that I do encounter. Then again, I'm playing on PS4, so I'm not playing on the latest version or latest hardware. But the fact is, no matter how many times you fix everything, it's not fixed. So, the best way to avoid that is make the game as perfect as possible on day one, and then, down the line, fix some of the smaller issues that the game has. Like for me, when I played that game, like within, I don't know, 100 plus hours of playing that game, the game, like every, I don't know, 5 or 6. But like after every 5 or 6 hours, the game would actually just crash. So you'd have to go back into the game to go back to where you were. Luckily, I had a lot of auto saving and whatever. I would not want to go and redo 5 hours of progress.
Okay, the Buffy pin is in here, and this one says another day, another slay. So that should go in here with Buffy.
Huh. Yeah.
Which should go with this batch of vampires.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah, at one point I was sorting them into categories.
Yeah.
What did I do with that other cassette looking one? See, I've gotten distracted. And you're going on and on about video games, and I'm just like, bzz.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Bob Ross pin.
But yeah, that's everything.
Cthulhu 2024, No Lives Matter.
Yeah.
I should put it up there with Mothman for President.
Yeah.
That's a ticket right there.
Yep. I mean, if I could, I'd vote for both. I'd vote for Cthulhu and Mothman at the same time.
Well, I think they should run on the same ticket.
Yeah. I mean, hell, have like Mothman be president or vice president, and Cthulhu as the president or vice
That's what I'm
president.
saying.
Like
They
that
should
would
be on
be,
the same ticket.
yeah, that'd be perfect. Then we're all fucked. We're all gonna die, but at least it'd be for a good cause. But yeah, I don't know. A lot of things, and I mean, it's not just with the media, but everything in the world just has gone completely mental. I mean, companies don't care about people anymore, which it's been that way for a long.
Customer service is a thing of the past.
Yeah, and that's one thing. Politics has gotten insane. I mean, we're at a day and age now where if you say anything on Twitter, I mean, yes, it's Twitter, but a lot of other places online, you say the same thing. Oh, Trump was perfect. Then you got a bunch of people on the Democrat side pissed off.
Okay, do you want to know what shocked the heck out of me the other day?
What happened?
Apparently, Trump has been nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize.
What? How the fuck does that work?
That's according to the Newsweek.com headline.
What?
I had basically that reaction.
Oh, god damn it, people. What is wrong with you? But yeah, like you have any opinion. But you have any opinion that's different than what other people want. They send you death threats, they dox you. Like, some people go insane and just, I don't know what.
Who's the Ghostbusters fan? That's books.
And, like, some people say, yeah, this happened for a long time, even during the Obama years. But, it was not that bad. like Obama and I don't know, Clinton or whoever he was running against, it was not that bad. Nowadays, Joe Biden and Trump, I mean, everyone's an asshole now. Everybody in the government is just trying to control us, and there's very few people in there that isn't. But, like, people have lost all respect in general. They lost the ability to care about other people's feelings and opinions.
Well,
So,
I just don't understand how somebody who is essentially a misogynist
yeah,
and a racist
and everything
can
else,
be nominated for something like the
yeah,
Peace Prize.
yeah, let alone ruler of the country for a little bit. Like, I don't know.
And why are there no rules in place to keep somebody who is currently under investigation
Yeah,
for
everything.
criminal acts,
Yeah,
to keep them from running for president during that time?
yeah,
I think we need to hold our president to a higher standard.
exactly.
I made a video about this years ago, but
Yeah,
you know,
the fact still stands.
I
This
still
is,
believe we need to hold the president to a higher standard.
yeah,
We want him to be the ruler of our country, and yet
and make the country
you're
a
going to
better.
elect somebody who has been
Oh,
brought
yeah.
up on all kinds of charges.
Oh, you should have known that this was going to end in disaster the very moment that some of the things came out before the debates. Like, Trump said something about grabbing women by the pussy or something, like some horrible thing. And I'm just like,
Well,
why are we even considering him a nominee for anything at this point? Maybe worst person in the country, but even then, I've
oh,
seen.
there's worse, but
Yeah, but he's up there.
I don't think he's healthy for the country. I'm
Yeah,
not saying Biden's better,
yeah. I mean, even Biden just kind of. So,
because he's got his own set of problems.
yeah, and that's another thing I
And
hate.
thing is, anybody who would be really good in the position
Is smart enough
is
not to
smart enough
run.
not to run.
Yeah. Like, I think Keanu would be great because he's an overall good guy, pretty cool person in general. But yeah,
Yeah, but
I don't know. I think like he would, like, he'd be great and all, but he's smart enough not to do it.
I don't know that he would be presidential material.
Yeah,
I think he's a great guy, but
yeah.
I don't know that he would be the right person.
I don't know.
Now,
And maybe.
there have been people, and sadly some of them are not with us anymore.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I tend to lean Democrat.
Yeah.
I consider myself an independent, but I tend to lean Democrat.
Yeah. Same here.
Um, However, if Colin Powell would have run, I think he would have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
And he declined.
Yeah.
He was smart enough not to.
Yep.
And, you know, now he's not around,
Yeah.
but I think he would have been fantastic in the position.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not finding it in here either.
Huh.
Where did I get that pen?
No idea.
I have put it somewhere. Put it away so I wouldn't lose it, probably.
And now you've lost it.
Story of my life.
But yeah.
I keep telling you I'm losing what's left.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, it's
Just
not.
the rings.
I mean,
One more
politics
there.
have gotten way worse than it used to be. Like, even in my lifetime. And, a lot of older people would say the same thing. Oh, back in the 70s or 80s, it's way better than now. I mean,
Well,
in some cases, yes. Because there
see,
were
we
no.
had, when
Because
I
there were.
was growing up, okay, I was born when Nixon was in.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Well, I think he resigned the year I was born. He resigned in 72, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
Not great. And we had Jimmy Carter, who there were issues when he was in as president, but presidents since keep calling him in for diplomatic stuff, foreign policy stuff,
Yeah.
and people have gained a respect for him now. Of course, now he's like, what, 98 or something, and
Yeah.
not well.
Yeah.
I mean, they made such a big deal over the fact that he went to his wife's funeral. Why wouldn't he go?
Exactly. It's the person he's been with for
If he's
decades.
capable of going, why wouldn't he go? They were,
Yeah.
in love.
Yeah.
They were together forever.
Yep.
What, like 70 years or something, I think they said?
God damn.
It was a long time.
Yeah.
And so why wouldn't he go to his wife's funeral? I mean, why was it
Breaking news.
breaking news? He went to a funeral. Yeah,
That's the same
I get it.
thing.
He's had cancer and all, but that doesn't mean he's not gonna
Yeah.
say goodbye to his wife.
I mean, it's the things I find breaking news are not news at all.
Taylor Swift. I
That's,
don't
that's
give
what I
a
was gonna
flying
say.
fig about Taylor Swift.
Yeah. And that's another sad thing. It's like, aside from politics,
Why is she so
special. And that's the thing I see. Yeah, her music is all right.
Yeah, she's
It's
fine as a musician, but I don't know
everyone.
why everybody seems to think hers is the only opinion that matters now.
Yeah, and the sad
Huh?
thing is, like, you talk about her in any way, it damn well better be positive. Because if you don't, all the Taylor Swift fans go fucking ape shit, and they're just
Swifties are
and
nuts.
they're just gonna send death threats, gonna dox you. There's this YouTuber, what was it, Meat Canyon. He did a video about her and her current boyfriend, and
Oh, the
people,
football guy?
yeah, and people lost their minds, sending him death threats and things like that. And I'm like, okay, first off, this is the
Why
kind of
is it news who she's dating?
exactly, and who cares?
I don't think I need to care about that. I don't
Yeah,
see why that's such a big deal.
yeah,
Okay, she's got a boyfriend. Whoop-de-doo.
yeah,
I don't care who she's dating. I don't care if she's screwing the whole football team. It doesn't matter. She can
exactly.
have a personal life.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
And the other one is Beyonce. Everything's, oh, Beyonce blinked her eyes today. Okay?
everyone does that.
I
Like,
mean,
everyone is capable of doing it
Queen
anyway.
Bee, she's not my queen.
The only queen we need is Freddie fucking Mercury, and he's dead.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's long gone.
Yeah, that's a
But,
sad
I
thing.
mean, why do we focus so much on specific celebrities?
Yeah,
Beyonce, Taylor Swift, those two, whatever they do is news.
yeah. That's the same thing with like,
She went to the bathroom today. Woo, let's put a headline up. Okay, whatever.
yeah,
You know what? So did everybody else.
yeah,
Oh, she's got a boyfriend. That's
yeah.
nice.
Okay. And you want
You
us to care
know,
why exactly?
so now there's this whole thing about the Republicans are trying to woo her to endorse Trump and
Oh, for fuck's sake.
oh my
There we
God,
go.
why does her opinion on Trump matter?
A lot of celebrities have nothing important to say when it comes to, you know,
That's her
any of this.
choice who she votes for, and we don't need to know who she votes for.
Yeah. And that's a sad thing. So many people are easily swayed. I mean, if
Thing
she's.
is, if she says she's for Trump, all the Swifties are going to vote for Trump.
Yep, even if they don't like him. Because they like Taylor Swift and she's important.
And I don't think he's good for the country.
Yep, never was.
I didn't think so to begin with. I don't think that just because he's got a lot of money
And he was on TV once.
and he was on TV, I don't think that makes him qualified.
And that's the same
And
thing.
just because he has a lot of money doesn't mean he's going to pay for all this stuff. That's his money.
Yeah.
He's not going to spend his money to bail us out of all this shit.
Yeah. You want to know who else has a lot of money and was on TV? Oprah.
And she's smart enough not to run.
Exactly.
I think she's got a very good business sense.
Yeah.
I think she would be an interesting choice.
Yeah.
But I also think she's smart enough to know that she doesn't belong there.
Yeah.
She doesn't want that.
Yeah. It would be hilarious, though, if she got in. You get a car. You get a car. All student debts are paid, so now you can buy a car. Because, god damn it.
Well, the thing is, Biden tried to help the student debt situation.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I still got $75,000 worth of loans to pay.
Yeah.
I've been out of school from Rio for
a long time.
15 years?
Yeah.
It'll be, yeah, 15.
I think it was back when Nan was still here.
It'll be 14 years this year because I graduated in 2010 from there. So in 14 years, I barely paid anything off.
Yeah.
Of course, a lot of that time I had to be on forbearance because I didn't have a job and I was caregiver for my dad.
Yeah.
And I couldn't work outside the home because somebody had to take care of him.
Yeah.
And we were living
with his paychecks
on just his Social Security.
Yeah.
3 of us living on his Social Security.
Yep.
Luckily, he didn't have house payments and car payments. We just had to cover like insurance and food and things like electric.
That. Yeah.
But we managed to, through being very frugal, get by. We ate a lot of ramen.
Yep.
But we got by. And I had a friend who was doing like an educational website and she had me help create some classes and she paid me like $500 per class. But I only did like one a month.
Yeah.
She didn't want more than one a month. Well, that was fine. That was a little extra income.
Yeah.
That allowed me to do things like put gas in the car.
Yeah.
And, you know, I ended up replacing the TV when it went bad.
Yeah.
But things were tight.
Yeah.
And you have a whole new respect for people who are struggling when you have been there.
Yep.
Right now, aside from the electric bill being insane, we're doing okay.
Yeah.
It could be better, but we're doing okay.
Yeah.
And, you know, Biden is trying to help people. Yeah. But then Congress turns around and, nope, you can't do that.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to support that.
Yeah.
We don't care if students can't afford to pay their debt and have a place to live
and food and if they're taking
that they're not making a living wage, which would be enough to cover paying back the loans.
That's another problem.
And it's a predatory lending system.
Yeah.
They charge so much interest.
Yep.
That your payments, even though it's like $600-700 a month a lot of times, unless you are on an income-based plan, which I right now have my application in for an income-based plan because my loans are due to start repayment this month.
Oh boy.
I'm waiting to hear back. $600-700 a month? I can't pay that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm working and I'm making full time and I'm getting decent pay, not great pay, but decent pay, enough to keep our head above water, more or less.
Yeah.
But like today, I thought I was going to have to buy a new refrigerator, and I'm like, how the hell am I going to do that?
Yeah.
There's not that kind of money coming in.
Exactly.
And I mean, yeah, I could cut out things like the Japan crates and the snack crates and all that, and not do Temu orders and basically have no content because you know there's no money. Cut any of the streaming services I've got.
Yeah.
And which I think I'm going to cut AMC Plus because I'm not watching it, and the stuff I got it for isn't on there. It's on Netflix,
which is weird.
Which is dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, The Walking Dead, right?
AMC.
I got it. It's an AMC show.
Yeah.
And I got AMC Plus because I still haven't seen the final season of Walking Dead.
Yeah.
And it's not on AMC Plus, even though it's an AMC show.
Yeah.
Mad Men's not on there, and Breaking Bad's not on there.
Again, some of their biggest
Those are all
shows.
on Netflix.
Yeah.
So what's the point of having Amazon Plus or AMC Plus?
Exactly.
I got rid of Disney Plus because when I got rid of Hulu, I got rid of Hulu because they kept telling me I didn't live in the United States and that they only stream in the United States. And I'm like, well, that's funny. I never moved, but it was working for a while. And then suddenly it wasn't working. And now you're telling me I'm in Canada? No, I didn't move. Well, you need to talk to your internet provider. I'm like, no, I can just cancel you.
Yeah.
If you don't want me to watch your stuff, then fine, I'll just cancel you.
Yeah.
I don't have to pay for your service. I got rid of Peacock because I wasn't really watching it. I watched a couple things on there, but
And then shortly after you got rid of that, the Five Nights at Freddy's movie was on there, which I'm like, damn it.
oh well. We can see if we can borrow it from the library at some point,
Yeah.
or it'll come to one of the other services at some point.
Yeah.
But like, I got rid of Peacock because, and luckily, I forgot to update my credit card
Oh yeah.
because they were going to charge me $70 for a year when I paid $19.99 for the first year. And I'm like, no warning, no, hey, you're about to renew, just a notice saying, we couldn't charge your card. There's something wrong with your card. You need to update it.
You shouldn't be
And I'm
trying
like,
to charge in the
cancel.
first place.
I don't want to be charged. I don't want to be automatically charged without warning.
Yeah.
Give me the opportunity to make that decision
Yeah.
of whether I want to continue or not. I wasn't watching enough to pay $70 a year.
Yeah.
$20 for the year? Yeah, I probably watched $20 worth.
Yeah.
But I mean, I didn't like that, so I got rid of it. I have Amazon Prime, which is fine. Matter of fact, I've got got AMC Plus through Prime, and when I did, they had a bundle deal with MGM Plus,
Huh.
which I haven't watched anything on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I thought it was a good deal, but if I'm not watching it, is it a good deal? No, not really.
Yeah.
But it's only like $1 more to get the bundle than it was to get the one separate at the time. So it must have been like a Thanksgiving deal or something.
Yeah, probably.
So I mean, I could cut some of that stuff out, but there's still no way I can afford
Yeah.
payments like that. And even paying that kind of money per month, you're only paying interest.
Yeah.
You're not paying any of the principal, which means interest is still accruing
Yeah.
and you're not paying it down. That's predatory lending.
Yep.
And it should be illegal.
Yep.
But, they're still doing it. That's how student loans work.
Yep. More
And it's
money.
not right.
Yeah, more money for them.
That's why I still have $75,000 worth of loans.
Yeah, that's why no one can afford it either.
That's why kids can't afford to go to college.
Yep. And even if they can, not for long.
Right now, you would be okay because you don't have any income. You would get yours paid for. If you went to Rio, yours would be paid for. Because you'd get all kinds of grants and stuff. At least for the first 2 years.
Yeah.
Enough to get an associate's.
Yeah.
But I don't think they have anything you'd really want to take.
Yeah.
And you figure at least one semester would be all the remedial stuff, probably.
Yeah.
Because you're not a writer.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to write your papers for you.
Yeah.
I wrote enough papers. I don't need to write yours. I'd like to go back to teaching, actually, at Rio. I liked it. I liked teaching at the college level. But I only got to do it for one semester. Taught two classes? 3 classes? I think it was 2 classes. They called me one day. They were desperate and they were like, "Are you working anywhere yet?" And I'm like, "No." They're like, "Would you like to come teach a class?" I'm like, okay. So I did one session of reading and learning strategies and I did one session of intro to writing. And they were trying to get me in to teach technical writing. And I said, I don't think I'm qualified because I've never even taken that class. I think you'd probably be better off to find somebody who's actually got some kind of experience with it. I said, I guess I could learn it as I teach it, but I don't feel like the students would be getting a good, a good class because
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what I was talking about.
Yeah.
I had enough. A couple of the concepts I had to teach, I had to learn it myself before teaching it in some of the ones I did teach.
Yeah.
But there's always going to be something that you don't know
Yep.
that comes up in the curriculum, and that you got to, learn it and figure it out and learn how to teach it.
Yeah.
But I did like teaching at the college level. And except I had one student who failed the class and then blamed me that she failed.
Oh boy.
And I said, well, here's the thing. You had a lot of missing assignments that you ended up with zeros for because I can't grade something I don't have.
Yeah.
When you did turn things in, you didn't follow the directions. So you ended up with really low scores because you didn't meet the criteria that was given for that particular assignment. A lot of the things that did get turned in were late, which of course then lowered your grade because
Yeah.
you weren't turning things in when they needed to be turned in. Now, I gave a lot of benefit of the doubt. I mean, I had one student who went to jail for a couple days. So he missed some assignments and he came back and he was really, what do I need to do? And for his final paper, he brought it to me. He says, am I doing this right? And I read his paper. I said, well, you've got some good ideas, but here's what I think you need to do to fix it. And he rewrote it. And I said, you're on the right track. Now, tweak this, rewrote it again. He wrote that paper for me 4 times.
God damn.
He was like 1 point away from a D, which meant he would have had to take the class again. Or no, he had a D. He was 1 point away from a C minus. I gave him that C minus
That's what I would have done.
because he worked his butt off.
Dedication as fuck right
He
there. Yeah.
wanted to pass. He wanted to learn. He put the effort in. I gave him that extra point or two that he needed to pass the class and not have to retake it.
That's what I would have
because done. He did the work.
Yep.
And this other person was like, well, you've made me fail and it's your fault because you wouldn't give me the grades on the stuff I did. I said, I gave you the grades that they deserved.
Yeah.
You didn't follow directions. You turned things in late, if you turned it in at all. What am I supposed to do? And then you missed a bunch of classes. Attendance was part of the scoring.
Yeah.
Because I gave you a point for every class you showed up to. If you missed classes, you missed points.
Yeah.
And, because you can't learn if you're not there. Now, I get it if, like, you're sick or you have certain special circumstances, like the guy that was in jail.
Yeah.
He couldn't very well come to class if he was behind bars. And when he came back, he explained to me what happened. And I'm like, okay, well, I can't give you credit for those classes, but you can make up the work. And he did. And he worked hard at it. So there's such a vast difference between people.
Yeah.
I will give the benefit of the doubt if you put the effort in and you're right there. He was within a point or two of passing that class.
Yep.
I made him pass.
Yep.
Because he put in the effort. The other girl, didn't put in any effort and then blame me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's not me.
I mean, that's the thing with a lot of places. It's like if they do this shit in high school or college, what makes them think they're gonna be good for work? Like even working somewhere like McDonald's or a gas station, what makes
If you
people?
don't show up to work, they're going to fire your butt.
Yeah, and if you don't follow directions, they're gonna do
If
that.
you
If
do the job wrong, they're going to be like, look, this is
yeah,
what you're doing wrong. Fix it.
or we're
And if you
firing
don't
you.
fix it, your butt's out the door.
Yep, or a bunch of other things that some people do. And to me, I don't care about grades. I'd rather hire someone that is dedicated and actually does the job and can actually put in work. And if I tell them, all right, do it this way or that
Grades
way,
aren't everything.
yep. And that's one thing I mean, maybe if you work for like NASA or something like that, but at a regular job, McDonald's, Walmart, Subway, even in certain cases of like teaching or whatever, to me, grades don't matter.
Well, yeah, if you're going to be an English teacher and your math grades aren't great,
Who
doesn't
cares?
matter. You're not teaching math.
Yeah,
But your English grades better be up at the top.
yep,
Or if you're a history teacher, your history grades better be up there.
yep.
If you're a math teacher,
Same
okay, so
thing.
you don't have to have great history grades, but your math grades better be up there.
Yeah,
Depends on the situation. If
yep,
you're going to be like an elementary teacher, you need to be good all the way across the board.
yep.
But it's not going to be like calculus, it's going to be
Just,
basic
yeah,
because that's what you're teaching. You
yep,
have to be strong in what you're teaching.
yep.
So, my one degree is English literature with a communication minor. So, that means I better be able to read something and take it apart and talk about
Yeah,
symbolism and whether it has certain qualities of feminism or Marxism or ism,
yeah,
whatever various theories are out there. I have to be able to talk about it articulately and lead discussions on those topics.
yeah,
And it doesn't matter what X equals
yeah,
because we're not looking at that.
yep,
We're looking at something completely different. A whole other animal uses a different part of your brain. I have to be able to explain to you grammar and how sentence structure works and how to write a paragraph and how to write longer pieces because that is what is expected of an English teacher.
yeah,
Now, if you give me complicated algebraic equations, I'm just going to look at you like, what on earth?
yeah,
That looks like numbers. I don't understand numbers.
yep,
My brain doesn't work that way.
yep,
It used to
yeah,
until I got into algebra, and then I just completely lost how numbers work
yep,
because my brain wasn't wired for that.
yep,
My brain is wired for English,
yeah. And that's
writing, reading.
and that's one thing I think really kind of pisses me off about a lot of schools. They expect you to be perfect at everything, even the smallest things like PE, which I don't know how or why they came up with the idea to make that a required class for graduation.
And you have to take it for a full year,
Yep.
whatever, because you can't get a half a credit to graduate for it with just a semester. You have to have a full year
Yeah.
and a semester of health on top of it.
Yeah.
It can't all be one thing.
And to me, I think that should be just a thing that if you want to take it, to me, I think music should be a required class in some cases, art, especially if you want to go into those fields.
The thing is, over here, they don't even offer art anymore.
Yeah, ever since that art teacher left, which
When she
thank fuck,
retired, she was awful, but when
yeah,
she retired,
they took it with her.
they got rid of the art program altogether and
Yep,
everything went to music because they only had to offer one or the other.
yep,
Because if you're college prep, you have to have a fine art,
yep,
which is either an art class or a music class.
yep. and they care more about music because band and all that. Someone's
Oh,
got
and
to.
band and choir, and so
Yeah,
they're already paying somebody to cover that, so they
yeah,
kept music.
yeah. Which is actually a good thing because the music teacher is perfect. Easily one of the best I've had. And I am glad that, I mean, as far as I know, he still works there. I don't know.
Well, he left for a while, and then he came back.
Yeah, again, a good thing because now future generations get to see his awesomeness. Like, he is one of the best teachers, period.
We all have teachers that we feel that way about. I had some fantastic teachers.
Yeah,
My third grade teacher was amazing.
yeah,
Mrs. Martin, she was amazing.
yeah.
And because she found ways to reach all of us. She understood the multifaceted learning before it became the trend.
Yeah,
That people learn in different ways. She understood that
yeah,
before it became the current. Oh, well, people learn in different ways, so we need to find different ways to teach.
yeah,
She was already doing that.
yep,
When we were in history studying the pioneers and stuff, we had Pioneer Day.
yeah,
We could dress the part. We did different activities that pioneers would have done.
yep,
We tried foods that would have been common in that time period. It was a great experience, and I remember doing that. Mom made me a dress,
hmm,
and so I wore my pioneer dress, and I remember we made stewed apples or something. I don't remember, some kind of fruit dish. We carved applehead dolls. We made corncob dolls. We did. What all did we do? We did so many things. It was the whole day. In science, we were studying trees. We went outside and adopted a tree.
huh,
Like we each got to pick a tree, and we adopted a tree. And throughout the year, we'd go out and we'd draw pictures of the tree, and we'd write about our tree and explore the different things, what's happening with our tree now. Oh, well, my tree, the leaves just dropped, and oh, I had a silver maple that I adopted, and so we drew the seed helicopter pod things, and
huh,
drew the leaves, and talked about what colors the leaves turned. It was neat,
yeah,
and I learned more about trees and how trees work by doing that project,
yeah,
and it lasted the whole year.
yep,
And I learned more about trees from that than just reading something in a book.
yeah,
And she knew hands on. She would also challenge us. She knew she had a lot of us that were competitive on grades, and she would challenge us.
yeah.
We were learning multiplication because it was third grade,
Oh
and that's
boy.
when we learned that stuff. Well, she had these old records. I mean, records, not CDs or anything. This is pre CD. This is still records, vinyl. And they did the multiplication tables. And we would like crouch down to close to the floor, and that would be the zero. And then we'd get up a little bit, and that'd be one and two, three, until we got up to the 12. So, like, one times one or whatever, one times zero is zero, and one times one is one, and one times two. And until we were standing all the way up at 12. And then we'd do, the next day we'd do like the twos. And so we were imprinting that on our brains by making it a physical thing,
Yeah,
as well as seeing the numbers when we did timed tests all the time, and would see who could finish the test the fastest.
yeah,
And she had several different versions of it, and the more numbers we learned, the more variety we would have within the test. And she would write on the board out over in the one corner, like 1 minute these people, and 2 minutes these people, and 3 minutes these people.
Yeah.
And so the fastest of us, we were doing everything we could to get that minute
Yeah.
or less. And it was fun. Spelling. We would have a pre-test on Wednesdays,
Oh boy.
and if you got 100 on the pre-test, you got a whole new set of words
Huh.
to do on Friday. Like, we did the third grade words on Wednesday, and then we did like fifth grade words on Friday.
God damn.
Well, there were some of us that thrived on that.
Yeah.
She knew how to reach different people. And we need more teachers like her. She was amazing. One of the one art teacher that I had write me a recommendation to get into art school, I adored her. She was phenomenal, Mrs. Roberts. I had her in middle school, and then she moved to the high school, and I couldn't take a class with her in high school. I just didn't have time in my schedule. I had the other art teacher freshman year, and then I just didn't have time to put any more art classes in.
Yeah.
But I went and talked to her, and she thought it was fantastic. I was interested in going into art. So she wrote me this fantastic reference. And I remember her. We did some neat projects in her class. That's the first time I did scratchboard, which was like a board. It had this thin layer of clay on it, and then we painted it with black ink. And then we chose an image and created that image on this scratchboard. I did a rabbit sitting in snow. A white rabbit sitting in snow on this black and white scratchboard. And it was chosen to go in the county-wide art show.
Damn.
I had 2 pieces chosen, and the other one that was chosen was we did portraits of other students, but not of their faces.
Huh.
It was of their backs.
The hell?
It was cool. It was a neat project. I used that idea later on in college. Anyway, yeah, she had us all sit in a circle, and whoever was in front of us, we drew their back.
Huh.
It was cool, a cool project. And that one got selected and went to the county show. So I thought that was pretty neat. And then when I was in art school, we had to do a self-portrait, and I was tired of doing self-portraits.
Yeah.
So I did one where I was holding a mirror, and I had a mirror behind me, and I drew my back.
Huh.
With my face in the mirror.
Huh.
And they said, well, that's a different take on doing a self-portrait.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it counts. It's me.
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, it counts. I said, well, I was just getting tired of drawing my face.
Yeah.
Or taking pictures of my face.
Yeah.
Because it seemed like every freaking class we had to do a self-portrait.
Just like the kids these days are doing now. Oh, God.
Before selfies, we were doing selfies.
Yeah, pretty much.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah.
This is already over 2.5 hours.
We just keep rambling on about
I know,
weird
it's
shit.
just rambling about random nonsense. Stuff that doesn't even matter to the world. But here we are. Yak, yak, yaddy, yak.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a text. That's not.
Yeah.
That was Animal Crossing. It was the leaf and not the little thought bubble thing.
Yeah. But it seems like for every good teacher that exists, or the best teacher on the planet,
you got 20 bad ones.
I can name a few of them. At least the art
teacher. You had a lot of bad ones.
Yep. And people wanted to say, like, these teachers thought
first grade was ridiculous.
Yeah, and some people said part of my problem was, like, behavior. Yeah, it was. But the problem was them.
You were also bored out of your mind.
If I didn't like you, I would be an asshole. I would do everything in my power to make sure you stayed that way. Because if I don't like you and you don't like me, which there's a lot of people that were that way, and they had their favorites, and I was not one of them. Even on my best behaved days, they were like, fuck them, who
Well, your
cares?
first grade teacher didn't help things.
Yeah,
You had a good kindergarten teacher.
yeah, I liked her.
Your first grade teacher was garbage.
Yep.
Okay, so his first grade teacher literally gave him the exact same worksheet 4 times.
Yeah.
She sent it home as homework.
Yep.
I helped him with it. We got it done, turned it in. They did it in class. She sent it home as homework again. We did it. I thought, this seems awfully familiar, but we got through it, sent it back, sent it home for homework again. And I said, we just did this one. And I'm looking through the graded papers, 3 copies of it already graded.
Yep.
I said, just copy what's here.
That's what I would have done anyway. Because I'm like, I'm not doing
You've
all
already done this one 3 other times. Just copy what's already on there.
Yeah. I guess she wanted to do repetitive, try to get it through our minds, doing the same thing over and over and over
But
again.
you don't give the exact same worksheet.
Exactly.
You give different worksheets with the same information.
Yep.
You rearrange it.
Yep.
But the exact same worksheet.
Yep.
And then she wondered why you were bored.
That's why.
Well, for one thing, he's got ADHD, and for another, you're just giving him the same paper every day.
Yeah.
I'd be bored too. I'd probably be disruptive too.
Yep.
I used to get in trouble for talking all the time. And my 3rd grade teacher figured out that it was because I was already done with my work and I had nothing better to do. So I was talking to the person next to me.
Yeah.
So she had these like beanbag chairs, and when we were done with our work, we could go sit in the beanbag chair and read a book. I was always back there reading books.
Yeah.
And she's like, you can't possibly be done with all your work. And she'd look at it, she goes, yeah, you got it done, it's right. So I guess you can sit back there and read.
Yeah.
And she also had, we were allowed to use the electric typewriter.
Huh.
If we got all our work done, we could go back and practice typing, which I was terrible at it. But she had like the typing book, and we were learning how to, kind of do it without any formal instruction. It was kind of a teach yourself thing.
Yeah.
And if somebody else got done and was at the typewriter before me, then I would sit and read a book or whatever.
Yeah.
But she's the one that had them test me for the gifted program. And because I was just sitting there bored out of my mind.
Yeah.
And she said I needed challenged.
That's
and
the thing.
I got into the gifted program because of her.
Yeah.
And
even some of the times I tried to tell some of the teachers I had, yeah, I'm bored. I need to do something different. Something that's not the same shit every single day.
You had teachers that were old school and didn't believe in the
Yep.
multiple learning disciplines or whatever, multiple learning strategies.
Yep.
Everybody should be able to just do the paper and be done and learn it.
Not
And
how it is.
some people need hands-on, and some people need, to hear things, and some people need to, just write things down. And that's why they do the write the thing on the board. You're seeing it.
Yep.
Okay. You're hearing them talk about it, and you're writing it down. You're getting that input 3 different ways.
Yep.
And if they can put a hands-on component to it, even better.
Yep.
Some things it's hard to do hands-on stuff.
Yeah.
But some things, like science, is built for hands-on. You read about this concept, you see it written on the board, you write your notes down, then you do an experiment that shows how it works. Experiencing it just puts it in there even better.
Yeah.
But, oh well, You know, you got good teachers and you got not so good teachers. You got teachers who are there because they want the summers off
Yep.
and they're just collecting a paycheck. They don't care about teaching.
Yep.
Then you got really good teachers who care about teaching.
Yep.
It's their passion. They want to share their knowledge. They want to interact with the students and teach them. That's where I excelled when I worked at the Girl Scout Council. I was passionate about art. I wanted to teach art. I selected concepts that I wanted to teach, built classes around that, found ways to tie it into the badge work and things so that these kids were getting something besides just an art project. They're also getting credit for something else.
Yeah.
I put a lot of work into that. I loved it. That was my thing. It was fantastic. And then when they were getting ready to change buildings, they cut my job.
Yeah.
It was too messy and I was working too many hours.
Oh boy.
And we were like, to solve that problem, just make it a salaried position
Yeah.
instead of an hourly position. They wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Of course they
If they would have
wouldn't.
made it salaried, I could have worked all the hours I needed. It wouldn't have mattered. I would have gotten the same amount every time. But no, they'd rather yell at me for working too many hours. And they couldn't understand why I would order stuff in advance. I said, well, for one, you get a price break if you order in bulk.
Yeah.
I know I have this particular class listed 4 different times, so I'm getting enough to cover that.
Yeah.
If a class gets canceled for whatever reason, not enough signups or whatever, most of these supplies can be applied somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or if I have extra, I will find a way to add it in someplace else or make a class later on of that. Add another class of whatever. Saves, you get a bulk discount, you get a break on shipping,
Yeah.
and that way I know I have the supplies when I need them.
Yep.
I can't wait until 2 weeks before the class to order something because it might not get there in time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the nature of what I did. And they hated that I kept ordering stuff in advance. But like, so what? You want me to have a class of kids show up and not have anything for them to do?
Yeah. Apparently.
They just could not get it through their heads that that's part of planning and getting preparing the class is that you order the stuff in advance. And then we would always give a deadline. Well, they got somebody in. The one girl who did the classes, like booked the classes, either got promoted or quit or something. She wasn't there. They had this other girl in. And this one girl would call people who have come to other classes and basically badger them into filling up these classes after they were already canceled. Because I'd go in and say, okay, well, we only had one person sign up for this. It's a minimum of 6. We're canceling this one. We didn't get any signups for here. We're canceling this one. And I every week would say this is the group that's getting canceled. And she would then go and find people and fill those classes and not tell me.
Yeah.
And I was like, you can't keep doing that. I had one day where my mom did the ceramic portion and I did the other art stuff. And the two of us, we'd gone to lunch and, we're just getting back. And there was this whole room full of kids. And my boss is like, where were you? I'm like, we went to lunch. Well, you've got this whole classroom of kids. I said, that class was canceled. Well, you got a whole room full of kids. I was trying to find something for them to do. And I'm just like, I didn't even know that she had filled the class up. I said, you've got to talk to her and tell her that once the class is canceled, it stays canceled.
Yep.
Not to go and hunt people down to put in it.
Yep.
Because once I said it was canceled, I believe it's canceled. And She's
Yep.
not telling me that she put people in that class. So here I am walking into a room full of people that I didn't know were coming. So it makes me look unprofessional and unprepared.
Yep.
It left you scrambling to find something for these kids to do because I wasn't here, because I had canceled the class 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Something's got to be done.
Yep.
And this girl kept doing it. Even though we told her and told her and told her, she just kept doing it. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're at 2 hours and 45 minutes. We should probably think about ending this video.
Yeah, probably.
uh,
Maybe.
really wasn't expecting to go this long. I mean, we were done with the box at just over an hour. So,
Yeah.
yeah. Is anybody even still listening or watching?
Yeah, who knows
And I'm
at this
probably going to get
point.
comments that people can't hear me. My voice keeps cutting in and out because every time I turn and look at you, I'm sure that's why my voice cuts out on them.
Yeah, probably.
So I am sorry if that's happening.
Yeah, who knows.
But it's hard to have a conversation without turning and talking. And
Yeah.
he won't come up here, so I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, nothing makes
Um,
any sense.
so I guess that's really all we've got. I mean, we're just
Just rambling on about
rambling.
whatever.
Um, so I guess we'll do the spiel here. Remember to do all the YouTubey things. Comment, like, share, subscribe, ring the bell icon to be notified of future uploads should the YouTube gods deem it worthy. And we will see you in the next video, whatever it may be. Um, at this point, I don't know. I know I have a Temu order should be coming within the week, and I know there's a snack crate coming.
Yeah.
Beyond that, I don't know. So we will see you in the next one, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Bye bye.